Oh, that's blowing kisses, yes. Yes, I see it.
Baby Sophia wasn't always this smiley. She was born with an omphalocele, which basically means some of her organs were on the outside of her belly. Sophia required special treatment at the neonatal intensive care unit at Kapi Medical Center for Women and Children. She was there for almost 9 months.
We didn't know very often if we will ever leave the NICU with our daughter. And why you don't say that out loud, because you don't want to even think it. We all knew it.
As the medical team worked to get Sophia healthy, her mom and dad, Simone and Daniel, got some extra help from one of the nurses, Brandy Boyce.
From the first moment she walked in Sophia's room, I felt a huge relief. She made me focus on my daughter's sweet side instead of just the complication.
And I just remember seeing them just so badly want to be her parents. And they were kind of at a stage where they couldn't soothe their baby, they couldn't hold her.
Brandy did simple things like putting a bow on Sophia's head, but there were more complex efforts like prepping Sophia for emergency surgery when her stomach ruptured. And she was the first one that put Sophia in her parents' arms, giving them the skin-to-skin contact that every child and every parent needs.
So we ended up holding her 8 hours at a time, because sometimes it took 5 people to get her out of her bed. So we would just sit there and have her handed to us, and then we couldn't move. It was hours and nights, and she would help it, and so we could do it.
Even when Brandy wasn't at work, she spent time thinking of ways to make things better. Every child needs tummy time, for instance, but because of Sophia's condition, it wasn't so simple. Brandy found a solution.
I would figure out if I stacked enough blankets right here and like this, and I ended up being able to jimmy rig a whole setup where she could actually lay on her stomach. That's a pretty awesome feeling, and to see her roll from her back to her tummy for the first time on her own.
Go here, do it.
This is coming from a kid who was paralyzed for 2 months, whose muscle tone was very, very low, and all of a sudden she's just being a normal kid, which she is.
Then there was the constant uncertainty. Sophia was set to be released a few times, but every time something came up and she couldn't leave. Brandy was there to answer every question, and on top of everything else, to offer emotional support.
She sticked it out, and she didn't quit, and she saw us come home, and I don't know if we would have walked out that door with our daughter without her.
Sophia still goes in for regular checkups to see how she's progressing and growing, but also to see her friend and healthcare hero, Brandy Boyce.
For Hawaii News Now, I'm Steve Uihara.